It's been a very long day, and I think I've had my fill of idiots in armored suits telling me what to do, so if you don't mind, this is actually your last chance. Now get out of my way.
So Marvel want us to believe that Loki is in fact the villain of the Loki series? Isn't that just a coincidence? Isn't that a bit of a cop-out? No, I don't think Loki is the overall villain of this show. I believe there are villains, and the first episode, Glorious Purpose, as Loki always says, revealed who the true villains of this TV show will be by the end of the season. So, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Loki series. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the face behind the voice. Also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, aka the Maverick, and check us out on this YouTube channel and subscribe for more. So, the timekeepers dictate literally everything. Time, matter, they dictate literally everything. The sacred timeline has to happen because they said so. So it's almost like in the MCU that everyone's decisions they've made, they thought they were making their own decisions, but they weren't. It was the decisions that the Timekeepers wanted them to make. So the Timekeepers allowed Thanos to destroy pretty much all of Earth, then allowed the Avengers to manipulate time, thus resulting in 2012 New York Loki to run away with the Tesseract, and hence how he got to the Time Variance Authority. So it's clear, even Loki said in the episode, these three lizards are in charge of everything, and all Loki wants is an audience with the Timekeepers. So, Kang the Conqueror, a time-traveling villain. I believe he will be the overall villain. So, the first episode hinted at multiversal war, and that's why they created this timeline, this sacred timeline, because of a multiversal war. So, they're either saying there's already been a secret wars level threat, or this TV show will end up in Secret Wars, or will it? No, I don't think it will, but it really could do, which would be very interesting. So the Timekeepers are there to protect the timeline, allegedly. As we know, Marvel does not pull straight from the comics, although they do pull straight from the comics. So the Timekeepers in the comics have great power to manipulate temporal energy. They can age entire armies to dust or reverse aging to before the point of life. They can summon beings from any point of the time stream, sending them to do their bidding. So who's doing their bidding in this? Essentially, the Time Variance Authority is doing their bidding. They can also travel through time into various alternate realities, form powerful energy shields, project force blasts, grant powers to others using the power of the forever crystals. They could also remove countless realities from existence, hence how they've got all the Infinity Stones. The Infinity Stones don't work in the TVA headquarters, but they must have come from a reality where they cease to exist, which is interesting. It really is. Form powerful energy shields, grant powers to others, which is an interesting one, using the powers of the Forever Crystal, like we just said. They can remove countless realities from existence within seconds. They claim to have authority that not even the cosmic arbiter known as the Living Tribunal can judge. So it's pretty interesting. Now, in their original story, Time Twisters with one, each existing in one of the two final divergent realities at the very end of time. The Keepers and the Twisters each manipulate events in the multiverse to ensure their own survival of domination of their counterparts. Whether we see the Time Twisters in this story, we don't know. Originally sought knowledge at the beginning of time, heedless that they destroyed the time periods through which they passed. So maybe the kind of multiversal war they were talking about was something with the Time Twisters. Maybe. Now, it is interesting that Mobius is also involved with the storyline in the comics, and so is Loki, him freaking self. So they are pretty comic book accurate in this TV show so far. But you really think Loki is the overall villain? Now, we're not one of these YouTube channels who will ruin the reveal next week of which variant of Loki it actually is. I've seen some absolute, you know what, YouTube channels revealing which variant of Loki it is, and I think if you're going to get access to something early, don't take liabilities, because it's revealed for the fans. Just because you get access to something early does not make you special. So I believe by the end of the season, Loki will get an audience with the Timekeepers, and Kang the Conqueror will appear, because there was a rumor, although it was kind of confirmed by a trade, but that allegedly John Majors essentially was going to be Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man 3, and he responded to the casting rumors and literally said, man, I heard the same thing, bro. I heard the same thing. It was like, what? So, you know, we apparently have the source because I heard it too. He did not confirm, deny, or validate the rumor. So if Kang the Conqueror is going to appear in Ant-Man 3, surely by the end of this Loki show, they would tease him in the show as working with the Timekeepers, or maybe overthrowing the Timekeepers, because he is a time traveling being villain. So at some point, Kang the Conqueror will have to appear, because Ant-Man 3 will come out post-Loki. And Mr. Kevin Feige, although he does kind of mislead a lot, he did say this TV show is going to have a massive ramifications for the rest of the MCU. So we don't really know. So that's what I'm putting out here today, guys. That time traveling Kang the Conqueror is an overall villain, or it will be the Timekeepers will be in charge of everything predominantly. So like always, guys, check it out on Instagram at Warstu, Twitter, Warstu G, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. I'll catch you later.